Welcome to part 32 of Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 1, and it's time to get the CPU candidates. First up, Uni. The item needed is in Factory 458. You need to get risky foes for this, so to make Deus Ex Machina appear. There's a reason why people tell you to wait till Chapter 8 to get the CPU candidates. Because by Chapter 7, if you finish Chapter 7, you'll end up getting Isty's bookmark, which will allow you to break damage limit. You need an ability to break damage limit in order for you to actually do some serious damage to not only the enemies that you're going to be facing, like Deus Ex Machina, but also you need to try to finish as quickly as humanly possible because there's more than one of them if you put on the risky foes. What I'm trying to say, the risky foes plan. By the way, you need the enemies from Chapter 8 in order for to complete the risky foes plan anyway. So there is that. Now, the only reason why I wasn't able to break damage limit with Kilashine is because of the fact that it's Kilashine. Seriously, this thing sucks. It's got higher defense than any other Kilashine that you have faced that is not in the Coliseum. So on that note, doing as much damage as humanly possible would pretty much speed up this battle. And remember folks, it's RNG for all of these rare items to be dropped. So you're going to have to face multiple, and I repeat, multiple Deus Ex Machina or multiple enemies that I'll be pointing out later on until you actually get the item you need for the plan. And then there's the whole fact that you have to be at 50% shares for the respective CPU candidate you're trying to unlock in order for you to get this done. I have been mentioning that throughout the entirety of this part. Everything that I have done, although some of the mistakes I've made may not be counted, but everything that I've done, everything that I've gone through, as quickly as I blazed through most of the chapters, if not all of them, everything I've done up to this point is to unlock all of the CPU candidates. Granted, I'm demonstrating the CPU candidate, and I also have Nepgear attached. I've already unlocked Nepgear, by the way, by this point, and I'll show you how to do that in a little bit. And trust me, Nepgear should be the first one you should unlock, but unfortunately I unlocked Uni first because I managed to get the mecha. I managed to end up getting the part needed for it, which was the, I think, Mecha Reactor 4. Yes, that's what it was. I got the Mecha Reactor 4 before I got anything else because when I tried to face off against Tiamat, it didn't drop anything. I tried to face off against the Saint Whale, it didn't drop anything because I didn't have the plan. This was the only one I managed to get the drop for. And now I'm going to show off the coupling skill with Uni and Nepgear. Might as well demonstrate that since I already have Nepgear unlocked, but I'm going to show that off in, well, how to unlock her in just a few minutes. And for the record, Uni's outfit, if you probably haven't noticed, is the Neptune variation which you can buy from the store. And oh, by the way, look how much damage I did with Nepgear. For the record, just like Neptune, Nepgear can naturally break damage limit once she's at a high enough level. And she can do it without Isty, the I do believe the accessory that will allow you to break damage limit. and also add stats to you as well, which you get at the end of Chapter 7. The thing about Nepgear, her coupling skill with every single person that she happens to run into, they could break damage limit no problem. And that also goes for Vert. She could break damage limit by default as well. And this is Uni's Brave Cannon, which she has unlocked off screen during a run through some of the dungeons that I did. I just had to show that off. Unfortunately, Deus Ex Machina can only actually take some serious damage from thunder and also from EXE moves, because its guard will break eventually if you use a special move or a magic based move that pretty much breaks its guard, like Brave Cannon, which I used not too long ago. So it's time for me to finish this once and for all. Yeah, and Deus Ex Machina hits really hard. You saw what happened to Uni. Uni's at level 80 at this point, and she lost half of her health. So bear that in mind when you're fighting against Deus Ex Machina. You want to make sure you have enough items for you to actually survive. And for the record, I recommend not going after... Oh, it's Magical Reactor 4. That's what I meant to say. I recommend not going after the Coliseum until you get a lot of items, or at least enough Sharasite and Isti in order for you to beat the Coliseum. So, at least not go after the higher levels. The lower levels are all fair game. The higher levels, not so much. On that note, since we got what we wanted, time to unlock Uni. And she's going to be there. This is her plan. And she needs 1,024. By the way, when I did this, this was from the very first game. So I'm showing off how to unlock her first. I should have done that earlier, but I said I was going to wait till Chapter 7. It's Chapter 7. I unlocked her, and by doing that, also, an added CPU blog will show up. And for the record, I also need to show off the plan that you're going to need nice meat in order for to actually activate Mecha Reactor 4. So on, well, no, factory number 459, in order for you to get the plan that you need. And that nice meat is only in Chapter 8. So on that note, it's time for us to go over the last station and say hello to Uni, which is a cutscene that is unlocked after she's unlocked.
Noir, can I borrow you for a second? Histoire? What's the matter? There's someone I'd like you to meet. Can you please come and see me? Meet someone? I wonder who? I'm here, Histoire. I've been waiting, Noir. Nice to meet you. My name is Uni. I'm Noir, the CPU for Last Station. Well, I guess you would know that. So, Histoire, who's she? Is she lost from her parents or something? She is your younger sister. My younger sister? Really? So I'm finally an older sister. Whoa, what? Wait, what's going on here? With the previous battle, your shares inflated, and a new goddess was born. Oh, I see. Well, I'll raise her to be a great goddess. But first, Just because you're my younger sister, I won't go easy, you hear? Well, What are you doing, Noir? Uni was just born. You're already scaring her. I'm sorry, Uni. I caught you off guard, didn't I? That was only about work. Aside from that, rely on me at any time. Okay. Thank you, sister. We'll be great together, Uni.
And by unlocking Uni, Noir and Uni's coupling skill is also unlocked as well. And no, I was not kidding when I said that she starts off with a level 2 Lily rank with Vert as well. Not to mention, in the CPU blog, Noir will actually mention that she has a sister. So that is something that you need to pay attention to whenever you do create a CPU candidate. And not to mention, there will be plans for Uni to be added in a Coliseum fight, but also I think there's an accessory for her as well. And that is Uni's assessment plans. Which, by the way, that was something Noir did. Now then, on to the next CPU candidate, which is Nepgear. The Neo Geo front happen to have the God Soul. This is Tiamat. The drop for God Soul is The drop for God Soul is normally a hard thing to get. But when it comes down to getting the dropped item plan increase, it'll be easier to get this. Because normally you would have to fight a good number of Tiamat in order for you to get it. And there is at least 3 or 4 of them if you have risky foes on. So on that note, I'm going to go on ahead and let's see if I can add something else to my already stupidly high oh yeah, agility. We might as well add some agility, so that way we all can be faster. Because Tiamat is actually faster than all of us.
If I use this. Leave it to me.
So I might as well just sit right back and start unloading on this guy. Now, Noir's not with me, and unfortunately, Nepgear's not with me either, so I might as well just turn on my HDD and start unloading. For the record, I actually stuck around with Kappa with Uni, so at least she has some Lily rank with Kappa. She doesn't get a skill, but at least she gets some added bonus, which would make her have reduced damage to physicals, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's reduced status ailments, that's what it is. So at least that's a good thing. But Uni has gotten a little bit stronger by the time. Oh, that's because of strength boost. Still,
it is my turn.
I'm going to sit back and try to separate my group, because here's the thing about Tiamat. Just like with everyone else who have EXE drives and SP moves, Tiamat is one of those enemies that also has an SP move. So be careful when dealing with Tiamat. But it's not just Tiamat, but also, if I'm not mistaken, many other enemies from Chapter 7 onward.
What shall I do?
So bear that in mind when you're going up against this guy. Might as well add one more thing to it. A driving stab, of course. This should probably finish him off.
Scream.
And it did. And also, we got a God Soul for our troubles.
You are pretty cute.
And if I'm not mistaken, I don't remember the plan for the Neo Geo fronts risky foes, but it is another enemy that you have to face in Chapter 8, if I'm not mistaken. So on that note, it's time for us to unlock Nepgear because of the fact that off-screen I got Planet Neptune at 50%. And by the way, Godsoul also unlocks a Colosseum battle, so don't worry about that. Instead, worry about Nepgear, because she is actually more important for 100% than that Colosseum fight. So, without any further ado, let's go meet up with Nepgear, because after all, once you unlock Nepgear, there's going to be other stuff to unlock too.
Neptune, can I borrow you for a second? Hey, it's Isti! How unusual to get a tap from you. What's up? I have a present for you. So do you mind coming to see me? A present? I wonder what it is. I'll be there in a jiffy. Alrighty! I'm here! Where's the present? Gimme. Just a second. Thank you for waiting, Neptune. Are you my, sister? What? Isti? Who's that hot girl you have with you? A new character? Yes. Her name is Nepgear, and she is your younger sister. Nice to meet you. My name is Nepgear. I hope to be of acquaintance. Oh, my younger sister.
Really? Nep's younger sister?
Nep's younger sister. Compa, Iffy, what should I do? I have a younger sister. Get a hold of yourself, Neptune. She was born from the power of the shares. Huh? You're not getting to me. With the previous battle, your shares inflated and a new goddess was born.
I'm still not sure, but what I do know is that shares are versatile.
I, was just born, so I don't know much, but I'll do my best. Huh? Oh, shucks. Now I'm a big sister. I'm a bit embarrassed now. But Nepgear looks more like Nep's older sister.
You're right. She looks, acts, and talks more mature than Nep.
Oh, stop that! I'm gonna be a big sister starting now. Well, everyone, please take care of Nepgear. Thank you.
And as a result of getting Neptune unlocked, Neptune will now join a coupling skill with Nepgear. Vert has a coupling skill with Nepgear. And Uni has a coupling skill with Nepgear. But then there's Rom and Ram, who also needs to be unlocked, and A2 will have a coupling skill. Not to mention, Neptune will actually have a plan for Nepgear. And that will give most of Nepgear... Oh, that will unlock the Nepbull EX, which is probably one of the better accessories. But Nepgear will have an added Colosseum fight. We honestly don't need to worry about that for right now. Lastly, it's time for us to go to M Frontier. M Frontier with risky foes houses the small whale ball.
Ever.
This is the Saint Whale.
Leave it to me.
This whale packs a punch. And for the love of God, whatever you do not stand in the same space, cause this whale will show no mercy. We'll try to get rid of it as quickly as humanly possible, but just like the Killasheen, the whale will heal every turn. This is ironically the most powerful non-Colosseum whale you will ever face. Because yes, you do run into a whale in the Colosseum. The thing is, the Colosseum whale, you have to actually, how should I put this? Beat. No wait, you have to unlock first, and I think it is a, it was part of the Fairy Fencer DLC, which is no longer there. If you've already downloaded, well,
I've taken a liking to you.
You could still use it, but I'm pretty sure it's no longer there. But if you have, yeah, you can run into this thing, and it's much tougher than the whale you're fighting right now. So, on that note, we just need to try to bombard this whale and try to end this as quickly as humanly possible before it too ends up destroying us.
I'll show you the true power of a goddess. I'm getting serious.
Too bad that I have broccoli next to me, because I think the only thing broccoli does is reduce the amount of SP used during HDD. That's it. And yeah, I'm gonna have to show off broccoli. I'm gonna have to show off Tekken, and I'm also gonna have to show off CC2 if I end up running into those characters. Well, not if, because I am gonna run into those characters, especially when you're going for the legendary weapons.
This is the end.
And on that note, the land whale is still, the saint whale is still around, and oh god! Look how much damage it did to Plutia! Jesus Christ! Ah, screw this, healing circle and fast! Plutia got wrecked!
I wonder what will happen if I use this.
Yeah, we need to end this now. That saint whale just leveled Plutia. There was no need for that. Seriously. Oh, and again, Nepgear is the reason why Uni is breaking damage limit. In fact, Nepgear would be the reason why any character that has a Lily Rake 2 with her will be able to break damage limit, and you need to break damage limit. Dear God, you do.
Not yet.
And we got a small whale ball as an end result. Thankfully, if we level up, everybody will be healed, so we wouldn't have to use too much items at least.
Finally level up. I'm on a roll.
Do I look
And Uni is level 80. So on that note, it's time for us to unlock Ram and Ram. So let's get out of here first. Let's see. Yeah, I was making sure that we got the small whale ball. So on that note, let's get out of here. And again, in Frontier, you need a, not only a plan, and I think, now that I stop and think about it, you also need to have the, shares at a certain percentage in order for to unlock the plans. I'll probably show that off in another video, but you will need the shares to unlock certain plans as well as the items. So on that note, let's go over to LOI.
Long, can I borrow you for a moment? Histoire, how unusual for you to contact me. There's someone I'd like you to meet. Can you please come by? Meet me? I wonder who. Histoire, I'm here.
hell was that?
Yay! Strike one! That looked painful. Now. Ram, that wasn't nice of you. Books are for reading, not throwing.
Kids?
I'm sorry, Blonde. It looks like Ram started the tone off badly.
It's okay. They're just kids. I can let it slide. And? Are these kids who you wanted me to meet?
Yes, their names are Ram and Rom. They're your younger sisters. Blonde?
Wait. Let me remember if I ever had younger sisters.
No. They were just born, actually.
What do you mean?
With the previous battle, your shares inflated, and new goddesses were born.
Shares are so convenient.
Don't say that. Now, in your case, twins were born, which is quite rare. Please take care of them. Oh, and no pampering. It isn't good for them.
I'll see what I can do.
Looking forward to it, big sister! Yes. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet both of you too, Ram.
Rom and Ram has been unlocked. Blonde also has a coupling skill with Rom and Ram and a formation skill with Rom and Ram, something that Yudi and Warren on Nepgear and Neptune does not have. Speaking of which, Ram and Rom have coupling skills with Nepgear individually. So yeah, they also have an item called an ice ribbon, which, by the way, I think that won't unlock until we're deep within chapter 8. So I'll show you what that's all about. And I think that's that ice ribbon is for to unlock a shares quest, which is the new DLC, and would make things a lot easier to allocate the shares, although you really don't need them. And lastly, this is something that is sort of important, but this will let you know that you're in for the true ending. For Louis will have an announcement about Rom and Ram being born. Not to mention, she will actually ask for the continued support. Now, if we go to Vert, well, I see last station, no, Leanbox, sorry, Leanbox. That's what I meant to say. Vert will actually have a blog saying, "Why only me?" where Vert literally is crying about the fact that she doesn't have a younger sister. To be fair, Xbox sucks in the handheld department, so unfortunately, Vert doesn't have a younger sister. So on that note, it is safe to say that both Rom and Ram also have a Lily Rake with Vert. So there is that. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, we are done with unlocking the means for the true ending. All we have to do is worry about the shares, and I won't be worried about that till Chapter 8. Speaking of which, we're going to have to go back to the main game and get to Chapter 8 first. This is RPMan 985. I start off Chapter 7 with going to Neo Geo Front in Part 33.